It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. Calvin Austin on the return. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10.
Ready? I got it. Kennedy Lions. Let's go.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Ready.
He's going to throw this one. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Come on. Hey.
Throw here, 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. I'll throw it. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 25. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
Look good on the play after. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is York to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
It's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. It's Nix out of the pistol. Finds a man right side. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Get to Harvey here from the pistol. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos finish off their opening drive. Each round of the playoffs, Brock, getting some early points becomes more and more important. And they're on the board here in the divisional round.
Pretty tricky round for a lot of teams to get through, which makes some early momentum, to your point, all the more valuable. They're doing all they can to avoid getting tripped up before that conference title affair.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Wilson with a return here. And it's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready!
They give to Johnson to start this drive. There's the intensity we expected in playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
It is caught left side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped.
That's a gain of 9.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
About set. This is 3rd and 5.
Here we go, set! Cut, Panther 60, Panther 60!
Back to throw now. He's got his man. This is Austin. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
Let's go! Ready, go! Hot, hot!
Johnson up the middle. He dodged the tackle. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
First carry of the game for the rookie out of Washington. He stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
No gain on the play.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective.
Ready?
That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Ready.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers break the tie here in the first. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
York tacks on that extra point. And the Steelers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
14. Broncos 7. York to kick off.
On now is York to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
Leo McLaughlin on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Second down, give to Harvey. Massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Gain of 3 yards.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Connects on the crosser. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. On the move, headed right. By Pat Bryant. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Oh, my son!
Harvey. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go, good.
Offensive line fast. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Setting up, 2nd and goal.
Oh, my son!
Another for Harvey. And he's stopped for a loss again, this time at the 3. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Oh, my son!
3rd and goal, here's Nix. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision. But when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Wilson with a return here. And he's out a little short of the 30.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Johnson. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt to that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Come on, come on. Hey, hey.
They'll work against the blitz. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. The play clock down to just 2 seconds, but we get a timeout call. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Rolling from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
Hey, look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
On the set.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Dragon 60.
The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 18. Pioneer. Go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Trying for the deep ball. Brought in inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Got it. Ready?
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Bronco 80.
Looking inside the red zone. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Ready?
2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Get up. Ready?
Give now to the running back. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive.
Ready? 60 biceps. Cougar 19. Lion.
So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They're down to their final one in this half. All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now he's York to kick this one away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Mims on the return. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Caught by his back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's going to be just one step away from that first down. They haul him down near the 31.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on third and short. Into a crowd. It's intercepted. And the Steelers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when you're fundamentals.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
You're good on the point after. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Steelers 28, Broncos 14.
Now he's York to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. First and 10. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his turn.
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a one-score game before halftime. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that was scary, and he just made him pay.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Wilson with a return here. Escapes a defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Setting up the running back screen. Along the sideline, past midfield. Along the sideline, inside the 25. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime.
I think he'll take his highlights however. He can get a handoff, pin-off, pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball. He gets the touch. He can do his damage. Big time.
York tacks on that extra point. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. On now is York to kick this one away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Hits him on the out route. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running.
First and 10 at the 30.
Nix with it on 1st. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Nix from the gun. He puts some juice on it deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass game, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Buys time, rolling right. He gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a one-score game before halftime. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Broncos 28.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Wilson with a return here. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 18-yard line.
First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And he put everything he's got behind it. Big gain downfield. So the penalty would have given them a lot of yardage anyway, Brock, but getting the catch makes it feel a whole lot better.
Look at his ability to not only work deep downfield through contact, but come up with the catch as well. You know, Kate, that's what scouts call competitive toughness. That's what a quarterback calls his best friend.
A 42-yard attempt.
York knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Kate, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Oh my God!
He's back to throw. Throwing for the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break. The battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. On the return, here's Mims. Works so far, he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you, the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. It's Nix out of the pistol. Buying some time right. Takes this one off to Harvey. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Throw here, 3rd down. And this one is launched downfield. Ooh, the defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll go play action. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Let's go. 19.
Throwing again on 2nd. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Okay.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready?
3rd and long for him here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And you love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Oh, my son.
Play action with Mix. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it deep downfield. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's in trouble and gets blocked out again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
And they're going to score a touchdown, Denver. The Broncos shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos cut it to a field goal game.
Broncos 35. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Wilson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Okay, ready?
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60, go!
Going with Johnson here. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Let's go now. Ready?
They're throwing it. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8, 3rd down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Looking to throw here. This finds his target. That's Metcalf. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Ready?
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Ready,
48-yard
go.
line.
Here's Johnson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
10 yards to go.
Timing is everything in life, And timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Let's go.
Here he goes, third and long. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers have a first down. Well, that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Back to pass on first and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but the heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
At the 24-yard line.
Come on, go.
Again, this is Johnson. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's second and 11.
Ready. Ready.
Back to throw. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
It wasn't the first time, Kate, you've called this guy's name, but definitely one of the hardest sacks he's going to have. A lot of range required to get that one done, but an impressive negative tackle for loss.
He's him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Katie York now on for the field goal. He was good on his first attempt, and his second from a little over 45 here. York knocks it through, and that'll double their lead to 6.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
On the return, here's Mims. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
On the return, the Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. The Broncos have it, facing a deficit. We could be witnessing the end of their playoff run. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds a man right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Put the body on the line for his team. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Throwing on first down, Nix. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. And you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. Chuck Clark has it. And the Steelers take possession right along the 25-yard line.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. You got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
Go!
They'll run this with Johnson. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Okay,
Third down, and they need to get 10.
go! 18 Cardinals, Warriors 70.
They'll throw, third and long. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You never, ever miss an offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Nix off the play action. He rolls to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, second and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Forced out to his right. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
You know, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Still has some space inside the 35. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And this is going to go incomplete in the end zone. Running it all right there. And we've got to regroup for 2nd down. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
This one's caught. And he's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. He'll throw it. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos come through to tie it in the 4th. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Oh, my word. Can you believe it? The extra point is blocked.
All these years later, I can still hear my dad, a high school football coach, say big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. And that, my friends, was a big-time moment. And now should energize this offense to go on the field and go take that lead.
After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. Wilson with the return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Get it. Ready.
Back now, pressure coming. Find Johnson out of the backfield. He gets loose down the right side. He has this to the opposing 35.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shredding. Shredding pavement. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hawk. Let go.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers going for the win here. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go now. 70s. Ready.
Back to throw. Going quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On the set.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready. Ready.
Throwing now. This is Metcalf working that right side. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
On the double. Stephanie.
Fires right away, but incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Big moment here in this divisional round game, Bronk, as they line up for 3rd and goal.
Yep.
Looking to throw it. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it could be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense. That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick. Those defenders, hang on to this lead to give them the win.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Giving this to Harvey. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
1st down from the 42. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for Broncos 1st down. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Here he is to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And Nick slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that 1st down. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Setting up to pass. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. We're looking for Pat Bryant on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. He's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
Now to throw. He's got Sutton complete. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Back to throw. Escapes the pocket. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on first down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks, doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. To throw. Touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. It's from the left hash, 33 yards.
Overtime, rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it will be for the game winner.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, first and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Gets everything he has under this one. And it'll be incomplete. They went for it, trying to stun everybody with no time left on the clock. But alas, we are headed for overtime. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, no longer an oddity compared to our first 18 weeks. It's all going to work the same now. Both teams guaranteed a shot with the football regardless of who wins the opening toss. And if we're tied after those two drives, it is next score wins. And postseason overtime no longer different from what we saw in the regular season. A touchdown on the opening drive doesn't end things. The other side's going to get a chance to retort. And if the game remains tied beyond that, then it is sudden death. It's been the type of game that makes the playoffs so great to watch. A spot in the AFC title game on the line as we're underway in overtime. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Touchdown wouldn't win it, but no points on the drive, Brock. Could likely end it. It's second down. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Headed out right. Short pass caught by his tight end. This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, the spot's at the 37. It's going to be third down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Cannot afford a 3-and-out in this spot. Offense has to figure this out on third down. It's Harvey straight ahead. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up.
No gain on the play.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Big moment here in overtime. Fourth down, and the offense is out there. They'll throw for it. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off of that game. Looking quickly here. Nix now on first and 10. Going all the way to the end zone here. He will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos keep their drive alive and reach Pater one play later. This to take a 7-point lead here in overtime. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime.
Steelers 44. Bucks to kick off for the Broncos.
The whole season comes down to how they answer on this drive. All right, here we go. Wilson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, great.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Ready.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
They need a touchdown first, and then it'll come down to a decision that may extend their season. First, though, second down. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 27.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
High drama at the season's highest point. Need to get that marker on third down. On the draw, this is Johnson. He's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Ready.
He's dropping back to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And the Steelers have the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Now looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. A 28-yard pickup there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Come on.
Working inside the red zone. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Broncos take possession in the shadow of their own end zone. They're at the 4-yard line. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And that was the type of game you can only hope for in the postseason, Brock. Couple of deserving teams laying it all out there, and they were finally able to get the win and keep their playoffs going. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.